Hi guys, எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? நல்லா இருப்பீங்கன்னு நம்புறேன். You're listening to Introvert Reader YouTube channel. I'm Lily. Subscribe to the channel if you like the videos and stay tuned for the next interesting chapters. Now let's get into the video. We are reading Must Hate the Playboy, chapter 9, The Misunderstanding. Tori's point of view. I accompanied James at the infirmary together with the medical personnel. I honestly wished that he wasn't that seriously injured. I kept on asking him questions. If it hurts, but he only gave me a loud laugh, saying that I was overreacting. Well, can you blame me? The moment I learned that James would be playing at the polo match, panic started to creep in. I worried all throughout the game. Maybe I was sensing that something bad would happen, and yeah, I was right. Chole kept on insisting me that maybe the fall of James, as what she asked that incident has something to do with the rivalry he and Zach had. I just rolled my eyes at her so-called theory. First off, as what I had witnessed. It was in fact an accident. James fell off his horse because he lost control over it. And second, there is no rivalry here. No more. Zach moved on, and so did I. I still remembered the look of Zach's face when he saw me and James together. He was smiling, no hint of smugness or malice into it. It only means that he was being true to what he said back then, that he will live for a long time, long enough for us to forget each other. I guess 8 months was enough for him to forget everything. Well, there's no use of dwelling in the past. We can't change it anymore. So let's just concentrate and cherish what's on the present and let it be reflection to the future. And my present now is James. I was really worried about him to the point that I wanted to rush to his side. The moment I saw him fell, but Nathan and Chole reprimanded me to do it. They told me that I have to wait for the game to end before coming inside the field. So that's what, and we're now here in infirmary. The nurse handed me a painkiller and asked me to give it to James. I immediately complied. I walked towards him and handed him the pill and a glass of water. I was surprised when he suddenly held both of my hands. I immediately searched for his eyes, and there I found the worried and distressed expression written all over his face. "He's back," he said. For some unknown reason, my heart suddenly beat furiously, as if threatening to escape from my chest wall any moment. But I didn't let that show in my features. Instead, I immediately pulled on the calm face cut in my face and looked at him. "I know," I answered with confidence. "Drink this, James. It will lessen the pain you're feeling right now." I smiled as I tried to change the subject. "No pill can lessen the pain I'm feeling right now, Tori," he told me with seriousness in his tone. It takes no genius to know what he meant by the statement, but then I was unsure of what words will I let him. I was afraid to say something that will turn out wrong because it might have double meaning behind it. Honestly, I don't want to any conversation related to Sach at the moment. I was supposed to be have a nice vacation, not a stressful one, James. Tori, you don't have to do this. He gestured at both of my hands. What, being concerned is a crime now? I said to him expressively. I tried to lighten up the mood. James was being irrational at the moment. I was very unlike him to act this way. Stop being too nice to me, Tori. It just makes me things harder. I felt James gripped my hands. He was avoiding eye contact now, and I honestly don't have any idea as to what he meant by that. Drink this, James, I said. I was running out of words to say him. At the moment, all I wanted to do was to cheer him up and forget everything related to Zach. I guess the reason as to why James was acting like this was because he was blaming himself as to why Zach left in the first place. Well, he shouldn't be. It was not like he's asked Zach to leave. Zach decided on his own. I smiled the moment James' eye met mine. He took the pill and the water and drank in it one gulp. Good boy, I said after he stuck out his tongue like a kid, as if showing off that he really swallowed his medicine. James stood up and smiled. He raised his right hand and cupped my left cheek. Thank you, Tori. You're worth it. I was moved by this declaration. I can't help but smile as well. I was about to thank him when suddenly we were interrupted by a voice. Hey, James. It was Cholis. James distanced himself away from me. I, on the other hand, looked at my side and saw Chole together with Nathan dashing toward direction, and of course Zach, who's leaning at the door frame with both the hands inside his pocket. I immediately blushed at the way he eyed me. I don't know why, but his stares were piercing me. I looked away and awaited my side back to James. Hey, he greeted back. How are you feeling? Want to come with us and grab some lunch? Nathan asked politely. For a second, James looked at me and turned his attention back to Nathan. I think I'll pass. I just want to go home and rest. It's been a long day, James answered. I'll drive you back to your villa, Zach volunteered. All heads turned to his direction. Everyone was gasping at him with puzzled look on their faces. You have gotten to be kidding me. Good then, make sure that I can go home in one piece, James Whitley said. Zach laughed humorously. Come on, James, it will be a long, nice ride. What was that all about? The moment they out of a sight, Chole and Nathan's eyes were darted towards me. I perfectly know what their looks were all about. Don't ask me. I also don't have any idea. I rolled my eyes and walked out the infirmary. So you're just concluding things as a coincidence then? Chole asked as we walked at the main street of East Hampton. We are talking about the polo match incident again. I gave her a suspicious look before I answered a question. For the 100th time, Chole, it's an accident. Okay, nothing more and nothing less. Just let it go, please. But aren't you curious? James and Zach seems like talking about something at the middle of the match, and but why I had received at the way James was reacting at the moment. I think it has something to do with a certain someone. She then gave me a knowing grin as she said the word someone. I rolled my eyes to this. Give it a rest, Chole, I told her, although some part of me was curious about what she just said. I decided to let my mouth shut. The less you know, the less trouble you get yourself into. I'm starving. Can we just pick a place to dine in? I saw her shrugged with annoyance at my lack of interest to the subject she was feeding me. I wasn't in the mood to think, okay, especially with an empty stomach. You know what, Tori? You're being bored. You should. Jolie stopped her blabbering the moment when saw someone appeared from the corner of the street, and it's no other than the most favorite person of Jolie in the world, River Ellison, right on the spot. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Lois, we are doing a lot of unexpected meetups here in Hampstead, huh? River grind. Step out of the way, Ellison. You're blocking my way, Charlie sneezed. I was about to give my red rod, but then my mouth got tied up when I saw another person coming out of the corner together with Nathan. It was my least favorite person in the world, Zachary Anderson. Are you ready to get humiliated at the white party? River asked. This just made Chole fummed, and then bantered between Chole and River continued. In your dreams, Ellison, you'll never get to see the girl. Not on my watch. Chole finished with a sly grin. What girl? Zach queried. River turned to him and beamed. Oh, I haven't told you the story yet. I met the masked girl at the party, and I haven't got the chance to get her name or know her. I am in the process of finding her and prove to Miss Lois that I am capable to find my masked girl and bring her as my date to the white party. I see you haven't found her yet. Zach seemed intrigued by his masked girl. Does he have a clue or he is as clueless as River? Not yet. The only clue I got is she's blonde and wearing a yellow dress. There's only one girl that I saw wearing yellow dress with blonde hair. Zach said knowingly. I saw River's eyes lighten up with hope. I took a glance at Chole and saw panic starting to creep in to her features. Zach looked at Chole for a second and turned his attention back to River with a knowing grin. Oh no, he was about to spill the beans, but I will not let him to do that. Out of instinct, I immediately grabbed Zach's hand and I dragged him away from everyone. When we are out of earshot, I let him go and faced him. What were you thinking? I asked, enraged. I am thinking of telling my friend who his masked girl is. Zach answered calmly. Are you thick? You shouldn't do that. They made a bet about it. What bet? He asked curiously. Total humiliation for both parties. It doesn't matter. The important thing is no matter what happened, do not let it do not tell him it was Sholay, okay? The masked girl is Sholay. Zach asked in disbelief. Yes, wait, what? I blinked at him. I was about to say that it Pamela Clevent. I bit my lower lip to what I just heard. Oh no, I'm screwed. So it's Sholay? He asked again. Do not let him a thing, okay? Let him discover it on its own or I swear, Zach, I'm going to rip your head apart. I threatened him. He looked at me for a second and gave me a loud, carefree laugh. Stop laughing, Anderson. I'm serious. I can't help it, Zach said with another laugh. But on serious note, why are you depriving his rights to know his masked girl? Don't you guys have the sense of compassion? He raised his brows with full of accusation as if we were so mean in doing this to his friend. It's his fault for not realizing that the girl he was looking for was actually in front of him. I expected Zach to give another statement that will make me feel guilty about the things we are doing to River, but then another humorous laugh escaped from his mouth. Pardon River attitude. He's thick and all you're right, he deserved it. I felt relieved by this. For sure, Zach will never tell River a thing. Good, that's all I'm going. I walked past him, but then I was surprised when he suddenly grabbed my hand. Not so fast. Missy, simple word or not enough to keep my mouth shut, Zach grinned. Why are you doing this to me, Zachary Anderson? Why are you acting so casual in front of me? Couldn't you somehow sense that I was feeling uncomfortable when I'm in front of you? Geez, I hate him so much. And what that's supposed to be? I crossed my arms and draw him to the chest. I made sure that annoyance is evident in my tone. There is this one thing I want to do just for me to keep his mouth of mine shut. He grinned so. No, I don't like the sound of this. I slammed both of my arms to the side. Are you kidding me? I asked incredulously. I am actually serious. He smirked. I furrowed my brows to this. He started to walk closer me and felt my eyes winged to this. That, he said, and he pouted his lips. It took me 2 seconds to process what he meant by that, and then it clicked. Oh my, what was that all about? I swear I felt my jaw dropped at this. He pouted his freaking lips. Does this mean he want that in exchange for Chole's secret? Had he lost his freaking mind? We are not exactly in good terms, and he's not my boyfriend anymore. In fact, I hated him. He expecting me to let these things go and give me a. There's no way I'm going to kiss you, Zachary Anderson. I shrieked. I was foaming with anger. I swear one more move I'm going to slap him. He eyed me with his brow raised. Kiss? Oh, now he's finging innocent, huh? The nerve of this guy. Yes, useless, your pouting says another thing. It took a few seconds before he finally understood what I was talking about. He looked at me, and the look I was giving him right now was a pure anger and annoyance. You thought I wanted a kiss, he asked in between laugh. Sorry for misunderstanding, but I actually pointing out the restaurant behind your back. I immediately turned around, and there I found the restaurant he was talking about. I felt my face reddened and heated up pure embarrassment. I couldn't find the courage to face him. Can you blame me? I accused him of wanting to kiss me when in fact he just used it for pointing. Stupid pouting. You're still funny. You know what? He commented, amusement apparent in his tone. I hate you, I said in my thoughts. Whatever, I'm not hungry, I told him. But I am starving, he said. He grabbed my shoulder and made me face him. I'll keep my mouth shut in exchange for a nice lunch. Your treat. I was about to protest, but then he put his finger to my lips. The simple contact sent shivers down to my spine. I was shocked still. It will forget about your little accusation a while ago with this lunch. So what do you say? He stepped back and gave me a playful grin. Funny how far you would go for the sake of protecting your friend. And what's supposed to mean? I glared at him. He let out his signature smirk and said nothing. He walked closer and touched my chin. So lunch then? I removed his hand away from my chin. Seriously, why does he keep on touching me? And why do I keep on having this funny sensation every time his skin touches mine? Huh, this is very frustrating. Do I have a choice? I rolled my eyes to this. He laughed. Screw you and your blackmailing skill. I hixed him. One of my definition characteristics, he said proudly. He worked at the restaurant he was pointing a while ago, and he opened the door for me. After you, he gestured. I scowled at him before I entered. I was feeling nervous about this. Butterflies in the stomach, heart beating uncontrollably, and feverish warmth in my cheeks. It doesn't feel right. Oh, what kind of situation I put myself into. This is the end of the chapter, guys. We'll meet in another chapter tomorrow, maybe possibly.